No.
Why don't we do a take two?
Wait a minute. Let's start again. Hello.
And you're listening to the Julian Dion.
You're listening to the Julian Dion Comedy Hour podcast.
Who am I talking to? What am I doing?
Julian Dion Comedy Hour.
You're listening to the... fuck something.
Comedy Hour. See, I took the word out comedy. Changes the meaning completely, doesn't it?
Days and not really, I'm overworking, but days in the holidays. Happy holidays. You're listening to the Julian Dion Comedy Hour podcast.
And aren't we all?
Now broadcasting live and totally uncensored, from Lemon Press Studio in the beautiful Gatineau Hills.
Project. I was like half asleep on the couch and now I'm projecting.
Hey everyone, this is Christian Potenza.
This is K. Trevor Wilson.
This is Jean Paul, a.k.a. the Island Hipster, #hipsterbusiness.
This is Steph Tola.
Hey, this is Jake Goldsby.
This is Sky Wallace.
Hey everybody, this is Erica Sigurdsson, aka Ricky Siggs.
Okay, hello. Hi.
This is Howard Wagman.
Hey, this is Peter Anthony, the PA system.
This is Matt O'Brien.
Some people like that's my rap name.
This is Jen Grant, and you're listening to the Julian Dion Comedy Hour podcast.
Show. You and me belong, just like the flowers, laughing all day long. People, I need to loose, sing a little song, then take a shower. Julian Dion. It's a show. It's not an hour. It's a show. It's okay.
Welcome to the show. Good morning. Or afternoon. Just tone it down a notch. Whenever you're watching this, good day to you. Good sir or fine lady or small child. How did you get access to this show? Welcome. Ow, that's hot tea. Episode 394. Coming at you, broadcasting from Lemon Press Studios in the beautiful Gatineau Hills. Hey, hey, hey.
A beautiful waste of time. A waste of time.
Wakefield, that's right. We are, oh, thank you very much. On all major podcast platforms, wherever you get your podcasts, we're there. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave a review. It makes all the difference in the world. And if you're watching on YouTube, smash that like button, subscribe to the page. Smash it one time. I'm going to try to upload the episode today after on YouTube. Morning, Jenny. There she is. Sigida.
Oh, see.
Yeah, you're off your game this morning. We
I was trying to get all the rally the troops here.
A unique property of the show, as you know, is we do record live. Not many podcasts do. We do. Weekdays at 7 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter Live. No more Daily Motion. But I've been told the last couple days that often, because we are live on YouTube, and then I just assumed the video was up there, but it sometimes takes time to appear certain places. So I'm going to try today, as soon as the broadcast is done, uploading the video, because we record everything, see if it's more accessible.
Love it.
Doesn't matter. Ah, that's hot tea.
Just made it.
Being live, of course, we are on comments. We have comments. You can interact on the show, so let us know what you think.
You fuck off!
Well, that was aggressive. We're just...
She sounds like someone I know.
Really?
Yeah. You fuck off!
She sounds like all of us. We all have a little airport Karen in each and every one of us. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
And
Happy Tuesday. I want the manager.
I hurt my neck in the shower.
From the cold shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, case in point. That's why I don't do it.
Well, you have to focus and be loose and limber.
Well, why don't you do that?
Went to the dentist yesterday. Had my gums massaged by a grown man wearing neoprene gloves.
And?
Loved it.
Was it as magical as the first time?
As every time.
Or the last time?
Yeah, every time. It's just weird to have a grown man floss you, like leaning over you. Like it's so intimate, and he's like, oh, yeah, good gums.
And it's true. It's like a soft voice. Like, yeah, because it's like this quiet dentist. Like, wow, you really take good care.
Perched up
You know
over
what
you?
happens to me every time I go?
Go ahead.
You know what I'm going to say. They're always very impressed with my teeth.
Yes. But it's weird to have a grown man floss you. Like, why does he? He could just say, "Okay, here's some floss." But I find that part the most intimate. And the whole dentist cleaning experience is intimate. He's in there, and so I got there a little early yesterday, 10 minutes before my appointment.
In there.
So I sat in the waiting room. My appointment was at 9, and I saw like this kid come out with my dental hygienist, and I was jealous.
Why?
Because it's intimate. I saw this like
jealous.
I saw this like 14-year-old kid come out with him, and I was like, oh, I thought it was the first of the day. Like, I don't know.
Oh my God. That I didn't understand what you're saying. Like, that was how weird it is what you're saying.
And not jealous, but I was kind of like, oh.
Nah, don't take it back now.
I felt then like, I was like, what process happens in between both? Like, he's really got to clean himself off. Like, I felt dirty because I'm like, I kept thinking of this kid's mouth when I was like lying on the chair, gaping mouth open, and he was in there. I was like, he was just in another mouth.
I'll be honest. I canceled a couple of appointments with the dentist, even though I love our dentist. But I just, during the pandemic, I was like, that's a little much, like right in there.
So got the cleaning. And as you know, I've talked about on the show, I've started drinking espresso again. I'm off coffee, but I'm allowing myself
2 to 3 black espressos.
And my teeth are already stained.
Wow.
I asked him,
it's not a cheap habit, by the way, 3 Nespressos a day. That's expensive.
But I never have 3 Nespressos a day. The only time I allowed myself 3 was when we had those cheap ones. I'd have one of those just as like a throwaway. Maximum 2.
Do you want me to get more cheapies?
Maximum, yeah, no, it's fine. Maximum 2, because I'm gonna. After he told me this, I'm gonna really keep it between 1 and 2 Nespressos every day. But I thought for sure
but you don't
it was
drink,
fine.
So even if it's like, I think that ends up being about $6 a day.
It's nothing.
$5. No, says the guy who doesn't buy them. It's nothing.
But I felt like
what's 6 times 30? It's a lot.
6 times 30
days in a month.
180.
That's a lot of money on espresso.
That's true.
You know what we should do? We should get. Oh, I just got a great idea. We talk about coffee all the time on the show. We should contact the makers of that machine that your sister has.
Right.
Makes amazing espresso. Anyway.
We should, as a sponsor.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, we naturally talk about coffee every single day.
Yeah, so I go, does drinking coffee affect anything? Like, does it cause more plaque or tartar or anything like that? He goes, no, absolutely not. He goes, it just stains the teeth. But he goes, 1 to 2 espressos a day shouldn't do anything. So then I open my mouth to get to the thing. All the while, as I'm opening, I'm thinking of the 14-year-old mouth he was just inside of.
Oh my God.
And he goes, anything else that you're doing other than coffee, like red wine or this and that? I go, no, why? He goes, yeah, they're stained. I know, this is just a month, and my teeth are white.
Inside, though, or out?
I don't know. It's just like,
Did he
like
say
along the edges of the gums, like it
You know what?
discolors a little bit.
when for a while there I was working in television, and I remember I know as a production assistant. I've been a reporter too, but anyway, whatever. Oh, that's right. Oh, child. No, I'm not. It's incredible.
Just plow through. Addressing every sound. Oh, no, I'm not kidding. Oh, child.
So sorry, Nugs. So I would help out this reporter who was doing these various stories, and she interviewed a cosmetic tooth guy specialist.
Yep.
And he said the biggest causes is blueberries. So blueberry pie, blueberries, red wine, and coffee. He said if you drink coffee, mix it with a little bit of milk. He said it makes a big difference. If you drink it black, it'll really stain your teeth.
Yeah, just swish around a black shot of espresso in there.
Why don't you just add a splash of the oat milk to it?
Ew.
Why?
It's so good on its own. It's perfect.
Okay, well, then your teeth are going to be stained.
I know. He said you don't brush within a half hour after. I did not know this either.
Why don't you use that? Remember that good toothpaste? Ken's just making a suggestion here about the 3D white toothpaste. I think that's the stuff we have upstairs. It works remarkably well. Just do it once a day with that stuff.
Because he said don't brush after an espresso shot.
Oh.
He said 30 minutes because your pH is all messed up in your mouth. And so it's acidic. It takes about 30 minutes for your mouth to balance out again. So if you brush right after, it's really harsh on the enamel.
I wonder if it's okay to brush right before.
Why not?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's that because, well, yeah, it's the acid, like the acid of the coffee makes it.
Okay.
Yeah, but then it doesn't do anything for the stains if you.
No, I'm not talking about stains. I just mean.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like a little oat milk in my coffee.
But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, but Ken goes, ooh, oat milk. Tried it and didn't like it, especially in coffee. Yeah, but I don't like all oat milk in coffee.
No, it's fine, but it's just it ruins a perfect espresso shot. Like it's perfect as is. It's so good and.
Yeah, but you haven't tried the Ken, try this one. I'll send you a link or show you a picture of it. It's the Earth's Own oat barista one. It's creamier, like it's thicker. It's really good. But if you use regular oat milk, I agree, I don't love it.
And what was I saying? Inside my mouth, dentist. He said, so I am going to need some eventually at some point sooner than later skin graft. I talked about this on the.
Yeah, is it getting worse?
No, it hasn't. It hasn't changed. One tooth. My bottom 4 teeth, the one from back in the day when I was like 17 chewing tobacco.
So stupid.
Because there's fiberglass in that shit.
And couldn't you just go back in time and kick yourself?
Yeah, so like one tooth, my bottom 4, had, like the gum line is low. And they had suggested either they do a skin graft from the roof of your mouth and rebuild the gum on that one tooth, or get donor gums. I don't feel okay with.
What about mine?
Stranger donor gums in my.
What about my gums?
No, even that.
What?
No, your gums are fine. I like your gums, but I can't. I don't want them in my mouth permanently.
It's me.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about another. It's weird. I could have an organ from another person.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, Lord knows.
That sounded. I'm glad that the word was stopped at. Yeah.
Organ?
Yeah.
I gave you an organ donation last night.
So sorry, guys. Don't listen to him. He's full of crap, anyways.
And again this morning. And
sure.
No, but there's something about like organs fine, but in the mouth, I don't know. I'll just take my own.
Okay, great. I love it. You're just like. All these details about all your little idiosyncrasies.
I know.
Whatever.
Syncrasies?
Syncreticities.
Syncrasies?
Oh, that's not right.
Anyway, and then so my wisdom teeth are way back out there. They're out, but they're way back, and every time I go, they're like, those will probably have to come out. We foresee some issues. There's nothing now. And it's a surgery at my age. I should have just bit the bullet. When I was like my late teens, I remember my uncle suggested, he's like, you could do them now. It's like nothing when you're that young. Early 20s, pop them out.
Classic putting off.
Now at 37, they're fused to my skull. And he goes, oh no, we don't even do them here. We send you to the hospital. It's a full surgery. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, the hospital?
Yeah. I think. Or a dental surgeon. I don't know. But you're out. And, but he was really impressed with my cleaning of my wisdom teeth. Because of my small Sonicare toothbrush head. Anyway, this is the content we do. Remember when this was a comedy show?
Shut it!
Anyway, so I didn't see the dentist, just the hygienist, because I go every 3 months, and once a year I see the dentist, and there's 2 dentists at this place. The guy I see, and then this other guy. This other guy has a haircut. The confidence on this guy to pull this off as a grown man, I'd say he's in his late 50s probably. This is his hairstyle. Shaved head, completely shaved head, like not shaved like bald, like not bicked, but like a buzz cut.
Yeah.
Like maybe a 1 or 2 salt and pepper shaved head. Except for his bang, he's got 1 curl in his bang that he styles.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't stop looking at him and being happy he wasn't my dentist. Because it's like that TikTok thing when they're trying too hard. I'm like, he's putting too much effort.
What do you mean
on
too hard? What TikTok thing? I don't know.
When we're talking about the vets, the hot vet, it's like trying to be famous on TikTok. It's like, just focus on your job. I was blown away by the confidence, the choice, the stylistic choice this guy made. Buzzed hair with a kiss curl.
Why?
And he gels it. And it's just the littlest curl. It's maybe 3 inches tall, like long, in the middle of where his bangs would be. And he curls it. He gels it because it had the wet look. It looked like a wet curl. And that's just his hairstyle. But think of the process of at one point deciding, first of all, how the hell do you ever make that decision? I'm gonna buzz my hair but keep the kiss curl.
I don't know.
Where do you see that to do it? I have never seen this before, ever.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I find it creepy.
Yeah, it's there's something weird about it.
I don't know why, but as soon as you told me, this is a really strange reaction, but as soon as you told me, I felt nauseous.
I don't want that guy massaging my gums.
Nauseous from that hairdo.
But think
Like
in the morning.
Me out.
And
Mark Harrison says, "Baby boss look."
It's exactly the baby
like
boss
a baby,
look.
like the Gerber baby.
Baby boss, that movie.
Oh, what's Baby Boss?
It's it's an animated movie, I think.
Oh, okay.
And that's exactly what it is.
Because baby, you know how babies have that little.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I think that's why it creeps me out. You're a grown man. What are you doing?
But
Why?
think of, first you get the idea, and then you're like, I'm going to do it. And so then you buzz your hair, except this little strand of hair. And when it's dry, it must look ridiculous when it's dry. Like, it looks ridiculous when it's gelled and styled, but at least it's like, imagine what it looks like when he first wakes up in the morning. Like, just this messy little strand of hair. So picture the thought process. You decide you're going to do it. You see it somewhere. You get this ridiculous idea. You have a dumb dream about it. Somehow you concoct this idea that it's okay to buzz your hair as a grown man and leave a kiss curl as your bangs. The tiniest 1 curl.
I know.
Then you decide you're going to do it. Imagine the process of conditioning the people in your life to know this is just who you are now.
I thought you meant conditioning the hair, that one little piece of hair.
Oh, yeah. Just leave in the conditioner for about 2 minutes in the shower.
Hot oil treatment on that.
No, but think about it. Think of the
conditioner would last 3 lifetimes.
Really think about it.
Okay.
That was for your conditioner comment.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for rushing through those. Hilarious.
But like you run into the people in your life the first time,
Yeah.
and then you have to condition them into knowing this is just part of your hairstyle. Going into work for the first time, like, oh, and do you go from like longer hair? You must, or do you grow it out? Do you go from longer hair, like 4 or 5 inches long, shaving everything but a curl, or do you just slowly let the curl grow, like you don't shave that part? So many questions.
Yeah.
And does anybody not tell you, doctor, excuse me, doctor, you look like Baby Boss. What are you doing? You look ridiculous. But also, on the flip side, I admire that confidence. To rock just a curl.
Right. There is something, it's just, you know what it is? There's a story behind it. You don't just accidentally do that. Like, there's a reason he did it, and I would love to ask him why. Like, why do you have your hair like that? Because there's a reason.
Yeah.
That's not an accident.
Like, back in the day, they used to, my neighbors would do this, my cousins would buzz their entire heads except the bangs. Full bangs, like full bangs.
I don't enjoy that, but...
This is one step further. It's just one little strand, like a little curl, that he styles.
Mm-hmm. Like, why?
It's insane.
It is. I don't understand. Well, maybe he's... Mark T just made me laugh. Julian is correct. We should discriminate against all those who are different.
Absolutely. Thank you. Finally,
With
someone...
3 question marks, so he doesn't actually mean that.
Well, I know he doesn't mean that. But, hey, we're comics. That's what we do. We talk about weird stuff and unusual stuff.
Mark T said you should have the... He called him the curl dentist. You should have the curl dentist on the show.
We should. Ask him.
That would be a short interview, though.
Get to the
why do you have the curl?
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, and why?
You know what? I don't think I've talked about this on the show yet. But it is... When I was really young, like I would say I was 19, I worked at a bank. And I worked with this girl who had, and I'm not laughing at this, but who had no eyelashes and no eyebrows at all. And she was not that much older than me. So she was really young, and she had literally no eyelashes.
Did you pencil them in or something?
Let me tell you. So, and I'm talking literally no eyebrows. I have transparent eyebrows because I'm very fair, but I have hair. She had no hair on either, okay? And I always wondered why. Like, I was like, why does she not have any eyebrows or any eyelashes? You can't help it. You're looking right at this person having tons of conversations. So then one day I finally got the courage. And you know, when you're younger, you'll say things that you wouldn't say when you're older.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I said lots of things where I put my foot in my mouth constantly when I was younger. And I finally got the courage. We're eating lunch together one day. We're in the lunchroom. And I just said to her, "Hey, Stephanie." And she's like, "Yeah." And she looked all kind of nervous, like, and I go, "Can I ask you something?" And she goes, "I'd prefer if you didn't."
Did she cut you off and go, "It's chemo"?
"I'd prefer if you didn't." She knew I was going to ask her about her eyebrows and eyelashes. So I still don't know to this day. But if I were to guess, I have since seen documentaries on people who they have like an OCD or some kind of a thing where they can't help it. They just pull every hair out.
Couldn't it be like, isn't there a propecia or something like that? Alopecia or...
I don't know. She had hair on her head though.
Oh. Yeah.
I think she pulled them out.
Yeah. That's
interesting, that she was like...
Maybe this is what this dentist does. Maybe he's a eyebrow donor because it was the perfect size of a curled eyebrow. Maybe he just grows them out, cuts them, donates them, grows them out, cuts them out.
It kind of reminds me of Hudson, his tail. I bet you it looked a bit like...
It was insane.
Like it's, like those... What do you call... I always forget the kind of dog Hudson is. What is he?
Boston Terrier? Or
Boston Terrier. They have these little. It looks like a baby curl hair for a tail, and it barely moves. Like when he wags it, you can barely tell because it's really small. It looks like a pig's tail almost. Okay, I have a question though.
Yeah.
On his hair, like on his head, does it look like he would have a full head of hair?
Absolutely.
That's
thick,
ridiculous.
thick and full.
Imagine how mad Laurent would be.
Yeah. It's
You won't
like
go
I
with
said.
that?
Well, I mean, it's very inside. Yeah, Laurent is my balding friend, and what?
Well, because when you shaved your head, he was
Yeah,
mad.
he's bald.
It's not about Laurent, just the
Right.
idea that lots of many men
Yeah,
are bald,
true.
and when they
no,
would
he's
see
got a
somebody
full,
who's-
thick,
yeah.
gray buzzed hair and a curl. Anyway,
Sometimes you'd be really bad at improv. Yes, and
yes, and Laurent would be upset.
ugh.
What? I'm yes ending you.
Yeah, with the enthusiasm of a snail.
There's a man with 39 wives that had the head of the largest family. Listen to the stats he's racked up over his marriage career. He just died, which is why he's in the news. He had 39 wives.
And you complain about having one almost wife. What would you do?
That's 39.
39 of me.
That's holding 39 purses outside the store in the mall. No, it was wordy. Our riffing sucks lately. It's like anyway, old man.
Feels too forced.
Yeah, he had 39 wives, 94 children. 94 children.
It's crazy. Where was
think
this?
think of this: 94 children, not children and grandchildren and great grand. 94 children. 94.
What's the? I wonder what's the most. Like a man could just keep making kids, eh? Kid
Yeah.
after kid after kid after
Well,
kid.
Google it. You've got the internet right at your fingertips.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find an emoji so I can put it in the comment board. Really.
Well, sometimes
important.
leave the comments to the
joking.
side and
It's a
dedicate to the show a little bit.
joke. Jeez.
You're just in this whole other world of comments, which is good. But look it up.
Okay, I will.
I mean, you ask these questions to the just rhetorical questions, but look them up. You've got the thing.
Wait, could you want to say it one more time?
Look
or-
'em up.
Oh.
He was 76-year-old. He had 39 wives, 94 children, and he was the head of the world's largest family. It was in
Well, there
India.
you go, world's largest family. So there you go.
Well, no, but that doesn't mean. I think we had looked this up before. The most amount of children a man has.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we have on the podcast. No, this was like the largest family, but not necessarily the most kids.
Guess what? I had just opened a tab to search this. Guess what I had before that?
Pornhub.
Why do some straight men attract gay men? Remember, it was when.
So, anything? Want me to look it up?
No, I'm right here. Genghis Khan is known as one of the greatest warriors in the history of the world, but that is not the only thing he's known for. He's also known for being the man who had the most kids in the world. It seems that he holds the record for most children to be born to one man. Oh, thanks for not telling me how many that was, though.
The woman is 69. A woman has had 69 children.
No.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
The greatest officially recorded number of children born to one mother is 69. How is that even possible?
That sounds like a joke that somebody wrote because 69.
It could be like it could be like but she could have had like a bunch in a litter, like 10 or
Litter?
6 and 5.
Did you just call it a litter?
Is that not it?
No. You're going to get a bunch of angry letters from
Mothers?
Yes. How many kids? Genghis Khan. It says 14.
That can't be.
I know.
This man in India who just died had 94.
I know.
Most amount of children for man. 15. Okay. Possibly 1,000. This is Genghis Khan.
Wow.
They don't know the exact number, but possibly thousands. There we go.
Wow.
Oh, geez, there's a lot here. King Zabuza the second, 210 children.
It's fascinating how many different minor variations in genes that all the kids would look different. Like,
yeah.
Like how many could,
Dr. Niandoro, 128 children and counting. Winston Blackmore, at least 145 children according to Slurtrip. SL. How do you say that? SLTRIB.com.
I don't know.
Slurtrib. A man named Winston Blackmore is the father of 149 children from as many as 27 wives. Blackmore was found guilty of polygamy in 2017. Mien Din, 144 children. Crazy.
I feel really bad for those mothers. That's a lot of kids.
It's a lot of child support.
I mean, I love kids, but that's so much work.
144 children? It's not like you're just alone at home with 144 children. Anyway, this man had 39 wives, 94 children. The head of a local Christian sect that allows polygamy he died on Sunday. With a total of 167 members of his immediate family, is the world's largest, according to local media. Although this depends on whether you count the grandchildren, of whom Zaina has 33.
Oh, good. You're reading it for the first time.
Winston Blackmore, the head. I just said that.
I love it.
Oh, Winston Blackmore is in Canada.
Wow.
He had 150 children from 27 wives, 178 people total. Hey, here's Canada on the map.
How are you allowed to do that, though? You're not.
He wasn't. He was found guilty of polygamy.
How does anybody even find out? And why does it take that long to find out?
I don't know.
Like, shouldn't it be the first clue when he's got the largest minivan in the world?
But why can't we talk when we riff?
Riffs! Oh, sorry, Nuggy. Aw, scared the cat.
Largest minivan in the world. Yeah, you're right. It's like 2/4 or something sometimes. It's like you have the idea, but like to get it out. Maybe if we tried an afternoon show, we'd like riff.
I don't
fast.
know about that. But honestly, I feel like we're funnier when you're not trying. Like, I feel like you have this idea. You send out I blame you because you decide on these topics and then you're like, oh yeah, this one's going to be a good one.
That's true.
We're going to riff and.
Well, I want to work that riffing muscle.
Yeah, that's fine, but it doesn't work that way.
It could be a morning thing.
I feel like we do best when there's a topic and then something offshoots the topic that's organic, and then we talk about that.
Well, it's always your university or your reporting days.
Oh, really? Because it's always when you have weird idiosyncrasies and talk about that.
But do you not think we'd be firing on all cylinders?
No, I have best energy now.
Okay, take my self-tape yesterday. What we did in the morning was insane.
Yeah, but that's because you got notes and then we...
Thank Christ. So we ran the lines on the show yesterday. It was a see tomorrow, Claire. How far did you get? Take a look. Let me know what you think. This is how what I sent to my agent in the morning. See you tomorrow, Claire.
Oh, how far did you get?
Take a look. Let me know what you think.
Like you're...
She's like, thanks for the takes, but it really does seem like your character is not happy and does not like his job. I was like, oh yeah. And then I even have a morning voice too of like, Take a look. Let me see what you look. And then we redid it in the afternoon after her advice. It was just way better, full of life.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
Yeah, anyway.
Acting. Acting is hard.
Humans, yes, it is.
Oh, go ahead.
So is podcasting, apparently. Speaking of 94 children, human sperm can survive on Mars. New development. Which is a good... Why this obsession with colonizing Mars? We have a perfect planet here. Literally, like, we can breathe the air. It's not going anywhere.
Aren't they worried, though?
Yeah, but I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson say this in an interview. He goes, billionaires are obsessed with, like, colonizing Mars. Why don't they focus on Antarctica?
Yeah.
It's completely desolate. There's no one around. The air is clean. There's no pollution. And it's on Earth. It's on Earth. There's no 1.5-year trip and no one-way ticket where you come back. You can't come back and then, you know, where you die there. Mm-hmm. You could go to Antarctica. Let's say you're a billionaire. Instead of focusing on trying to get to Mars and never coming back, you could go to Antarctica. Yeah, sure, it's cold. But you know what's colder? Mars.
Yeah.
You know what? You can breathe the air. You could build yourself, if you're a billionaire, you could build yourself a compound in Antarctica, climate controlled, with tennis courts and everything outside. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's
cheap
true.
land.
I have a
clean
theory.
air.
I have an idea.
Clean water. You can live there. It's on Earth. Go ahead.
I have an idea that maybe they think, well, that they're planning to... What if we ruin Antarctica as well?
Do you think the common folk is just going to go to Antarctica? No, you'd have to be
I don't, but...
super rich. Like, we're not going to pack up and go to Antarctica. We'd be dead in no time. Like, we'd be frozen solid. The penguins would have their way with their carcasses.
How cold is it on Mars?
Way colder than Antarctica. Look it up.
What a nightmare. How cold is it on Mars?
Because there's no atmosphere, so in the day it gets really hot, and at night it gets insanely cold.
It says Safari can't open this page. Huh.
Okay, I'm going to look it up. Temperatures on Mars.
Weird.
What?
It's not opening.
Mars, the temperature, average minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whoa.
Average temperature on Earth, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Not minus 81. Let's see, temperature Antarctica. Minus 70 Fahrenheit. No, it's not that far from Mars. When Mars is average. But the coast in Antarctic is average around minus 10 Celsius, so 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Just go to Antarctica, billionaires. What are you doing?
Ken has a good idea. He says the deserts can be used. Low weather, solar energy, buildings can be made to provide shade.
There's a lot of places on Earth, he's right, where billionaires could...
I'd rather be too hot and then create shade.
Right.
Then, yeah.
Anyway.
Solar cooking and water boiling. I would love to have an off-the-grid, self-sustaining house. That would be great.
Yeah, that's the dream. In the woods in Skiduk. A scientific experiment involving mice has found that sperm can survive on Mars and in space. Something previously thought to be impossible and a major barrier to life on other planets. But what about this planet?
Mm-hmm.
They previously believed that radiation in space could damage our DNA and render procreation impossible. Despite the exciting breakthrough, though, there are still many questions on how it would be possible for humans to have sex in the planet's microgravity. Would that really be tough?
Has anyone had sex on Mars?
Did you just ask that for real?
Mm-hmm.
No one's ever been to Mars.
So no?
No.
Joking.
They've only sent robots.
I love you too.
That was a perfect time to use that drop.
It was.
We're talking about love-making robots.
I love you too.
Come on. Any hoozle. I'm breathing heavily into the mic and it's gross. We've reported on this show a bunch of stories where flights, like violence on flights, people are just unruly. A sign that times are getting back to normal and people don't know how to act on airplanes, so they get hammered and grope flight attendants' sweet ass, or we have that story, or people just fighting.
Sweet ass?
I don't know. It's just trying to lighten things up. It's because it's too news reporty sometimes.
What sweet ass makes it
Less? I don't know.
sounds like you're sounds rude.
Yeah, it was rude. An off-duty Delta flight attendant. Imagine you're hammered. This flight attendant was hammered on a flight from LA to Atlanta, and he was just, when you are drunk and you just become overly familiar, you're like, I own this. Like, this is like, don't worry, I got this, and you become like irrationally confident.
Yeah.
You have the same confidence as the dentist with the shaved head and the kiss curl. But because it's like in your environment, so this flight attendant was like basically doing that. I guess he went on the intercom, made some sort of weird announcement.
How would he even get to that point?
Well, you just go to the front of the plane, you pick up the phone.
Yeah, but usually
Or
they're
the back
hovering.
of the back of the plane, you pick up the phone. Yeah, but you're like, this is my spot. Don't worry, I got this. And he tried to get into the cockpit at some point, and he got on the air intercom and said, hey guys, just get ready for your oxygen masks to come down, and all this stuff, hammered. Tried to get into the cockpit, and then they forced land. They were forced to land in Oklahoma. So imagine you're like drunk and you just force a plane to land in an entirely different city because you're hammered. Imagine when you get sober again, you're like, oh God.
Well, when you drink too much and then the next morning you're like, what did I do? Like,
You even get that feeling when you're still drunk. Like you get that that moment where you're like, they start landing, and then when they landed, there's a bunch of cops there to escort them off, and you're like, oh, what have I done? Like, no, I work here. I know this industry. It's my industry. It's my industry. I could just picture it.
oh my God, that'd be so mortifying.
Yeah.
And how angry would the rest of the passengers be?
You're like, what are we doing in Oklahoma? And
Yeah.
this flight attendant who's like, I got this. This is all my... I don't know why he's flamboyant in this, but... All right. Do you know that the most common COVID symptoms have changed?
No.
It used to be fever and a cough.
What is it now?
Headache and a runny nose.
Oh.
And I had a headache the other night, all night.
What about your nose? What about your nose?
It's dry right now, but...
Thanks for the full act out.
Well, I didn't know. I had to find out. But I actually thought of that when I had a headache all night the other night. Like, did I get COVID? Because I know I have my first dose, but still, you could still...
Yeah, you still could, but...
I heard people getting the Delta variant, like that if you have one dose, you're not safe of the Delta variant, which was the India variant, I believe. They changed the names for discrimination, but what happened with yeah, they're naming them like Greco-Roman things or something now. So Delta, and but the Delta one is, I think it was the India variant. It was, yeah. But now what's happening, because they changed the name, people think it's another variant.
Oh, there's so much conflicting, weird information.
Sick of it.
I know, me too.
I felt invincible after getting my first dose, and now I'm scared again.
Well, I heard some very positive news on the radio this morning when I heard my doctor being interviewed, that It's actually really encouraging when you have the second one, you're really protected.
Yeah.
Like they're confirming that now based on, I think, other patients elsewhere where they're more advanced in terms of giving out more doses and stuff, like populations that are more vaccinated. They're seeing really good, like the only people, they said that this is going to become a disease of the unvaccinated. That's what they said. The people who are unvaccinated are the ones that are going to suffer. Bottom line.
Did you book your second one yet?
No, but actually, you know what I think I'm going to do?
I think you can as of tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Apparently you can walk into the community center here in Wakefield and go and get your second one, but I don't know if that's applicable for me or for people who had theirs way earlier.
If we had Moderna, can we have Pfizer?
I think so.
Because those are the second doses available right now, Pfizer.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Pfizer.
In fact, I know that our brother-in-law, got the AstraZeneca first and is getting Pfizer for the second. Oh yeah, Wendy said we can walk in for the next dose.
Right, but you can go on in Quebec. Click.
Whoa.
I click Santé.
Oh yeah.
And as of, I think you can as of today. I think I can as of Thursday or Friday.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a look. You need 8 weeks in between shots. Oh.
Yeah, I'm at 5 weeks.
Wow. So I must be at almost 7. Okay. This is the show.
This is the show now,
Welcome.
everybody.
Today we'll be discussing how we decide to get our second shots. 0 viewers, minus 81. It's basically the temperature on in Antarctica. I'm out of viewers. What's that one?
I pressed both at the same time. We had no OTD review today?
Yeah, no, nothing so far. Wow. Let me just double check though, because sometimes he can sneak it in there. And I didn't see. Nuggy in the house, yes. Matt always watches on FBA.
Yeah.
No, he's MIA. The OOTD is MIA. We got a new comment from someone new called Unquestionable. Glad I found this channel.
Hey, thank you so much. And
Glad
you get a
you
round of
found it.
applause. Thank you very much.
We're glad you found us. Oh, Matt Murdoch.
Oh, there we go. Did he do it?
Yeah.
Did he send it in?
He did.
All right, time now for the Matt Murdoch OOTD review. Here we go.
Okay. Today is a
Go ahead. Sorry.
Today is a wacky bring out. A grown man wearing a tight vintage tee with Ron Jeremy's face on it. Love how your Timex Indigo watch came in from Amazon, counting steps. Love.
Okay, let's break it down again. So go ahead off the top.
Today is a wacky bring out.
Wacky bring out.
A grown,
I don't even know what that means.
I know. I think it's just his own lingo. A grown man wearing a tight vintage tee.
Not that tight, but
with Ron Jeremy's face on it.
This is Louis Rompre, the late great from our Wakefield.
Love how your Timex Indigo watch came in from Amazon.
It's a Bulova.
Counting steps.
It's a Bulova, doesn't count steps.
Love. ...
This has been a Matt Murdoch OOTD review. Thank you so much, Matthew. Monica Lewinsky inks producing deal with 20th Century. That topic sucks. I don't know why I chose it.
Well, why does she have a TV deal, though?
Well, because she's a producer now on this American crime story anthology series called Impeachment, American Crime Story. She's a hands-on producer. It's about the first impeachment in over a century of sitting president Bill Clinton, who will be played as by Clive Owen. I could see that. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good casting. Same kind of jaw, face. Edie Falco as Hillary Clinton.
She's awesome.
Yep. And Sarah
Carmella.
Paulson. Sarah Paulson as Linda Tripp. The series is set to premiere on September 7th. I don't know why the hell I thought this was an interesting thing. But this backs up my theory that the pinnacle of any career is TV. Back in the day, you gave a president a BG in the Oval Office. That was the best it got.
A BG.
Now it's like, let's turn this into a TV deal. Do you think Bill Clinton is like, oh, for fuck this again? Yeah. Jeez. It's been 30 years.
What an idiot, though.
Yeah, big time.
Ugh. Like, okay, Ken just said, I don't know why I laughed at this. I don't know if it makes me a bad person to laugh at this, but he wrote Monica Lewinsky.
Do you think so many hack comics like
I feel
old
so
Road Dogs?
immature laughing at that. No offense.
This is going
Ken.
to like this is a new 20 minutes on Monica Lewinsky that's relevant again.
Yeah. Oh man, it would. I was just gonna say it would suck to be her, but I realized the pun. Think about it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that ruined her life for sure, without
But
question.
on the other hand, she's gotten opportunities and exposure.
Yeah, but no, it's ruined her life. I mean,
Yeah.
that was there's no other than think about it. You're just for always going to be known as the cigar woman.
Yeah, like no matter what, forever.
It's so weird that those details came out. That like we know that he put a cigar inside of her.
Oh yeah. I actually forgot about that. When you said cigar, I thought it was a euphemism.
How did that come out? Can you Google, make sure that's real? Did Bill Clinton insert cigar in Monica Lewinsky?
Wow, my Google searches are quite...
Also, wouldn't the tobacco leaf, like, wouldn't you get flecks of tobacco leaf in there and stuff?
And also even...
It has to be a moist cigar.
What's that other thing about how she had, like, sperm on her shirt? Or
Yeah, her dress. That dress is still... It's like... somewhere. Not the Smithsonian, but somewhere.
Like, those details. How did those details come out? Was it her talking about them?
Look it up. I don't know. But you definitely don't need a humidor. Is that what it's called, the humidor?
What exactly is the... Yeah, I think so. What exactly is the cigar story, it says here? The story is that Monica Lewinsky... Okay. I don't know if I should say this.
Say it.
The story is that Monica Lewinsky masturbated with a cigar.
Oh, she took... Oh, he didn't...
While President Clinton watched and... Oh, my God. I feel like this is a lot right now.
Go ahead. Well, this is a story. It's news. It's not like we're reading
It's
Penthouse.
really raunchy, though, from the morning.
Go ahead.
While President Clinton watched and also did that at the same time. I'm not
He
saying that word
masturbated
again.
himself
Yeah.
with a cigar?
No.
Like
but
up his butt? Up his butt? Or was it a large cigar that he could insert it?
Oh my God. I hope your parents aren't watching
I know.
right now.
This is all real. This is just new.
Yasser
We're not making that.
Yasser Arafat. No, I was trying to avoid saying that M word again.
Okay.
So, but you just, it ended up being worse because instead of me saying that he also M'd, instead of saying that,
M'd.
you said, what did he do? Stick it up his butt and then anyway. Yasser Arafat. Yasser Arafat was supposedly kept waiting in the Rose Garden while this was going on in a room
That
next
is
to the
so
Oval
crazy.
Office. I know. The story has been widely talked about,
That's wild.
moderately referred to in the mainstream press, and narrowly reported as fact. They attribute the story to multiple, in quotes, multiple sources close to the case, and adds that several major news organizations have confirmed the shocking episode.
Crazy.
Yeah, they say it's unclear whether Lewinsky told this story to the grand jury, which is his way of saying he has no evidence she did. It says 3 days later in the New York The New York Post cited one insider, in quotes, who says Lewinsky had, in fact, told the grand jury about the cigar, and when Clinton was asked about it, he had to take an hour's break. When Clinton, they asked...
I did not have sexual relations.
Yeah, when they were like, so Clinton, did you do this? Did you also do this? And did you watch her do this? And he's like,
time for
I
lunch.
need an hour break. Yeah. Oh my God. This is crazy. The foreign press have had fun with the story. A sample, in quotes, still not inhaling, Bill? Oh yeah, right. That's like a callback.
Yeah, that's like a double whammy.
Oh my God. That is crazy.
He didn't.
Right. Mark T said she kept the dress as evidence. Ah.
Yeah, the dress is still somewhere. Like, where is Monica Lewinsky dress now?
Like, imagine you're president of the United States, okay? Because they say that a lot of, like, powerful men will cheat because their ego and they want to know that they're, like, they want to prove to themselves that they're the man. You're already president of the United States, okay?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Come on.
I'm just looking for where the dress is now. It's somewhere. It still has the stain on it and everything.
Monica Lewinsky really had some good volume in her hair.
Though the affair first came to light on the Drudge Report in '98. That I still read. That's where I get all these news stories.
Well, it's funny because the Drudge is talked about in this article as well. Crazy.
Anyway,
I don't know.
can't find out where
I want to know why she decided to be in an affair with him, because she was younger. Like, what was it? Just like, I would love to know why.
Well, it's the president, and you're like, I don't know. She was 22. He was 49.
Apparently, he's quite charming.
Yeah.
He was what?
He was 49. She was 22 at the time.
Whoa, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Holy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Cray.
Mark T said, I love Monica's handbags. What does that mean?
Whoa. I'm glad you finished that sentence there.
What? Oh, yeah.
All right. Enough of that.
Okay.
Or whatever.
No, I'm ready.
You have more to add?
I'm ready for my deeds, eh?
Daily dose, get the news from coast to coast. Daily dose, all your news from coast to
all
coast.
All the news and headlines from Jen Grant.
What's this?
I don't know. It's trying to switch it up, but I kind of have just like 8 different dances that I recycle.
And you have this look on your face. Okay, here's your daily dose for Tuesday, June 15th. As of tonight, at midnight, the border restrictions between Ontario and Quebec end.
Oh my
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It's exciting. Jim Watson, the mayor of Ottawa, has never felt good about it. Feels like it was a waste of money. And ended up costing the city $800,000.
I thought it would have been more, actually.
Crazy.
The New Brunswick looks like they're going to open July 1st for any Canadians that have had their first dose and any international travelers that have had 2 doses.
Wow.
Without quarantining, because they're at 74.8% of 12 and up vaccinated with the first dose, and they're at 13% 65 and older with their second dose, and they need to hit 20%.
Wow. Exciting.
So looks like we'll be going to New Brunswick.
Woohoo!
In July.
So, a painting by David Bowie was discovered in a Northern Ontario landfill.
No way.
Yeah. And
Oh
is
my God.
expected to sell at an auction for up to $12,000, which I find is
$12,000?
I know, that doesn't even seem like enough.
The dump painting that was like it was found in the dump, and it's David Bowie, an original.
I sent you a picture through Messenger of it, and then the back of the picture shows his signature.
What the heck? 12,000?
Doesn't seem like enough.
That does not seem. Are you sure you read that right?
12,000 and maybe much more.
Well, obviously,
it could go up to 30,000 because other Bowie paintings have gone up to 30,000.
But he's dead.
I know. Someone had bought this at a donation center somewhere south of North Bay for $5. It's small. It's 20 by 25 centimeters.
Still.
David Bowie came out with a series of paintings in the 90s. There's somebody who is an art expert that calls it quite a striking work. And an expert in David Bowie's signature. It's funny, eh? There's such specific experts out there. There's an expert in David Bowie's signature out there, and has great familiarity with Bowie's artwork, confirmed quickly and enthusiastically that it in fact is Bowie's work. And I guess when Bowie was alive, he was a noted art collector and enthusiast. So that's the front of the painting.
I can't believe that's only worth.
I know, it's weird, eh? And
$12,000.
And then the back has his signature on it.
97.
Yeah. I like the painting.
Yeah. It's confusing the way it's on the background of the painting blown up. Like you have to you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Jerry Dion says, just in time for the Generator's Daily Dose.
All right.
Come on, July, he said.
Glad you didn't come earlier. Welcome, Jer. That's a round of applause for
Hey, Jer-Doc.
The Jeremeister General.
Here is, I think, a positive news story. CBC News is turning off their comments on when they put their stories on Facebook. You know why? Interesting.
People are dumb.
Well, yeah, exactly. And how it's affecting people and specifically journalists.
Yeah.
They say mental health has been fragile over this pandemic for many Canadians, as we know. And this does not exclude journalists. Journalists have been majorly harassed, which is something you wouldn't think about, but it's true. CBC president says reporters experience harassment on social media. Some reporters have even been physically attacked.
Oh, that's not right.
For stories. So now I think it's really good, and I think they should do this all the time. Because have you ever got sucked in to seeing some of the comments on Facebook news stories?
Yes.
Oh my God. So they're going to turn those off. They'll still allow comments on cbc.ca, but not on the Facebook news stories, because some people have nothing better to do with their time than to just sit there at home and make negative, harassing, horrible comments to other people that are commenting too.
Yeah.
Whatever, idiot, all this kind of stuff. It's
comment sections devolve into just the worst.
Totally toxic. So that's your daily dose for today.
Okay.
Daily dose, get the news from coast to coast. Daily dose, all your news from coast to
All
coast.
the news and headlines from Jen Grant.
Thank you, Jenny.
No, thank you.
Good stuff all around.
Mark T says social media comments are horrible, except this one, of course. That's
As you're
right.
reading that on the comments.
Mm-hmm. And Ken says, yeah, we're the best. Yeah, you are.
All right. Oh, this sounds like
Sesame Street.
Like a Tide commercial or something. At Tide. It's not a singable one, really. Maybe.
Sounds like a kid's show or something.
All right. Thank you very much.
Country.
Come on.
Yeah.
Time to pack up the car. Don't forget to bring some boots and a parka. We're going down to Antarctica. We're moving down south. That's right, but we won't need sunscreen where we're heading 'cause it's cold.
Another bonus of going to Antarctica. You don't have to wear a
That's your mother's
mask
sister.
because
Antarctica.
there's no COVID. No COVID. It's cold up there, but who cares? You won't get COVID-19. You won't get coronavirus. You don't have to wear a mask. Don't wash your hands. Who cares? It's cold.
My mother has a sister. Her name is Antica. We call her Arctica. Shit, I messed up that joke. Here's another benefit of moving to Antarctica. Well, you've got unlimited penguin meat. You can have penguin for breakfast and dessert. Come on. It's high in omegas. You get some of that good penguin eggs.
Oh, yeah. What would you eat if you moved to Antarctica?
And why are you saying Antarctica?
Because it's a joke.
Oh.
Jeez. So angry. It's a callback. I called it that earlier, so that's what I'm gonna call it from now on.
Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate it. This has been our show.
Yeah.
This has been our little show that we do here. We thank you so much. We appreciate it. This is the end.
Oh my God.
Thank you, everybody. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Julian Dion Show, on Twitter, JD Show with JG. Like us on Facebook. Share the show. Please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Makes a big difference in our lives. Smash, the like button on YouTube. Jen, I love you.
Love you.
We'll see you tomorrow, everybody, for Hump Day already. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I went to school. Yeah, I learned a lot.
Thank you.
Got a degree in what
Until then,
I'm not. You spend your life looking
watch your head.
what you already got.
Right.
Such a beautiful waste of time. Waste of time. A beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Wandering eyes and itchy feet. I'm just a thin, nervous shadow walking backwards down the street. The landing is bitter, but the falling is oh so sweet. It's just a waste of time. A beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. The whole world wants a piece of my head, but they all get a piece of my mind instead. I roll over and go back to bed. It's such a beautiful waste of time.